Content warning. The following actual play may be considered disturbing by some audiences. This video may contain explicit language, violence, and depictions of trauma. This may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised.
The Agents of SHAILD, numbering 4 for now, sit around the breakfast table to plan. Do they handle the Duergar threat? Continue searching for Sephic? Investigate the falling star? Being that all of their objectives were south, they head south to Caer Dineval. Asking Rourke, the proprietor of the Uphill Climb Tavern, they learn that Sephic had been seen the day prior by a local woman. Unfortunately, Sephic was seen leaving town along the road that leads to the rest of the 10 towns. Laurel, trying to track Sephic's scent, leads the group to the crossroads before disappearing. Before losing the scent disappears. Following the road further south, the agents arrive at Goodmead. A bit of a ruckus is heard from within the mead hall. Entering, the party sees a large group of partying drunkards and one woman, Olivessa Untapor, watching disapprovingly. Elena approached Olivessa and learned that the town had recently suffered the loss of their speaker and the last cask of a special mead. Being one of the candidates to be the new speaker, Olivessa asks Elena and the agents to try and return the cask and deal with the very big thieves. Call, the voice of reason, notes that this one town's issues are small in comparison to the Shardland Dragon, the Meteor, Sephic, and Oral. Elena receives, without any warning, a magical message from Midge. Updating Midge on the entirety of their situation, they all decide to investigate the Meteor. Avoiding a potentially deadly encounter with a pair of hunting frost giants and their mammoth mounts, they venture further south. Nearing the crash site, the group sees the monstrous shape of the nautiloid ship and approach it. Jumping out of the snow, 2 carrion crawlers, horse-sized, multi-legged insects, try to ensnare the party and drag them inside the ship. Freeing Call and Farron from the giant bugs, Elena sees 3 small, purple-skinned, gnome-sized creatures with face tentacles longer than their bodies were tall. As the combat continues, a black-robed Gnome Ceremorph, a gnome-sized mind flayer, descends the stairs and calls out,
No more fighting!
Introducing themselves as Dredavex Sinfizz and announcing his companion as Vorin Kual. Dredavex tells the party that their ship crashed after coming in contact with a strange light show. That the message heard by Elena was a beacon meant to reach out to those with psychic abilities, and that they need assistance in order to repair their ship. Farron, with the support of his friends, tries to persuade Dredavex and their companions to assist. After a moment of thought, Vorin offers the assistance of the gnome squidlings and the flesh golem, as well as 2 strange alien weapons. And that's where we pick up. It is later in the evening, past dinner time.
Okay. Laurel knows enough about mind flayers to know that they're mostly they read minds.
That they are psychic. Yes, she would know that.
Okay. I'm not even going to pull people aside. I'm just going to say it right in front of them because they're just going to read our minds anyway. The squidlings can stay here now, I think, and we should go camp for the night. That's my suggestion.
Vorin approaches.
You may use one of the rooms upstairs and lock the door if you want. It is warmer in here.
He has a point.
Can I roll an insight check on the friggin' gnome mind flayer?
Sure.
Okay. Is he gonna kill us in our sleep? Is he gonna make us go to sleep and then kill us? That's a 13.
He's being honest and seems to be trying to
Yeah, he can
allay
be
any...
honest about it.
They're not trying. He's not trying to seem threatening in the slightest.
Okay.
And the squidlings seem to watch Vorin and Dredavex for any cues.
Laura, I can stay up a little while if you'd like.
I'll do like a watch. Yeah, we can do a watch sort of rotation. I would feel comfortable with that.
It would make sense to do a watch for not only our sakes, but for the sake of this ship as well.
Yeah.
We all benefit.
Yeah. Well, thank you then for the offer of a room.
Yes, one floor up on the battle deck. You may use the storage room.
So one floor up, just above the stairs, there's the battle deck. I think this thing sounds way cooler than it really is.
Laurel or Dredavex, she indicates Farron. We were quite taken by surprise by the carry-on crawlers there. Our companion over here is kind of...
Yeah, I can
help.
Yep, I walk right over and I can pump a couple cure wounds right into him. 3rd level. That's 14 back. 14 and 20 back.
Oh, hey, that's what Max looks like.
Hey, we're gonna go to sleep anyway, so...
So, do you head upstairs?
Thank you, Laurel.
Absolutely. Sorry, I didn't
That's all right.
handle that earlier.
Heading up the stairs, you see that there is another kind of ballista with a window slit, another set of stairs leading up once again, and also doors leading to another room. In that other room, there isn't much going on. Looking at the floor, you see just tools. But crystals protrude from the chitinous ceiling of this oddly shaped room. Some of the crystals are lit, and others are flickering or burned out. Plates of chitin have been pried... Chitin? Have been pried loose from the walls in places, exposing cavities filled with tangled masses of black tubes. So the floor is quite clear, and there is another door leading into the next room. And in that room... The room contains a 5-foot diameter sphere of shiny black metal with small, transparent, hexagonal windows. Sharp metal tines resembling grasping claws protrude from the nearby walls and ceiling, stretching toward the sphere but stopping short of it. Along the walls are low-mounted control stations, studded with knobs and dials. There is plenty of floor space in these 2 rooms, and both doors can be barred from the inside.
Well,
Great. They can already be barred from the inside. That's wonderful. Can I take a closer look at these crystals in the ceiling and just...
They're about 8 feet up, so just out of reach.
That's okay. I don't want to touch them.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh. Where did my... Oh no, I don't know where it went. Did I close all my windows? No. Okay, there it is. Perception, that is 17. What I want to see is, can I spot the difference between the operating looking ones and the broken looking ones? Like, is it like a light bulb where you can see like
the operating ones are, there's two forms of them. They're gently pulsing on and off, or solid on. Anything that is broken is very obviously broken. It's slightly fizzled and like sparking, or completely out and looks burnt black.
Are there cracks in it?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of the crystals are like as much as like a couple inches long and very narrow. Other ones are maybe a foot long and an inch or so in diameter. And so they vary in size and color.
could I study it for long enough to be able to spot it in the wild later on?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh no, where's Zeke? That's a 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's a crystal. Of course you could spot a crystal in the wild.
Sure.
Elena, do you want to take a look at these crystals?
Elena!
I will gladly take a look at these crystals. Well, that's lovely. Rolled a 17. I'm not quite loaded up my character sheet yet, so one sec. Sorry.
Oh, that's good.
17.
That's good.
It's either a +5 or a +3.
I think it's a
not. I know it's. I know it's not.
I mean, a dirty 20 would be more than enough. So,
yes.
Yeah, you're able to tell the difference, and with your latent and suppressed psychic ability, you can kind of get the idea that these crystals have that psychic power imbued to them that Dredavex and Vorin had mentioned. So you can, not only can you see a difference in this compared to other crystals, you can feel a difference.
She kind of reaches up and is just like, I think they use these to communicate with me.
Do you think these
from
are
behind
the
you,
crystals?
Vorin is there.
Those are used to control the many systems aboard the ship.
And he points to one in specific. It is pulsing whitish blue.
That is the beacon.
That's what I heard.
That's the one that you hear. It will not disturb you while you are aboard the ship.
I figured we answered the call.
I can turn it off.
He looks up at it and goes, "Ew."
I mean, I don't feel anything, but thank you.
Yeah.
You have answered our call. We may not need other people.
Yeah, hopefully not. Yeah, we wouldn't want to attract any more attention to this location, I don't think. You might attract the wrong attention.
Does this ship look like... You said it's made of chitin. Does it look like it's put together? Or is this one large carapace?
I mean, you can make a perception check.
17.
A little bit of both. It kind of looks like a combination of built, modified, and grown.
Oh.
So, like, the tentacles and most of the structure have that weird purpley skin texture that the tentacle, like you saw in the tentacles outside, and that is all one piece. The shell is probably mostly organic, but then a lot of the interiors, the stairs, the ballista, life support systems, the weapons, the propulsion, all that is mechanical. But it seems to be integrated in such a way that they were made for each other, not made to work with each other.
So, this ship was kind of grown?
Mm-hmm.
I need to find a spaceship tree.
Does Farron say that?
Yes.
It is hatched from an egg. They start off about, well, my size, and can grow to larger than this.
That's incredible.
How common are these where you're from?
This one is one of many.
Are there other sort of transport vehicles that fly like this?
The other races that travel the astral sea have their own designs. This is just the design that the elephant people used.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Maybe
I would
Zeke
like you
will
to
learn
make a
something.
wisdom saving throw, Laurel.
Ah, I knew it! I can't trust anything. A wisdom saving throw, you said?
I did.
I can't try. Oh, no, that's a 10.
You feel Dredavex's personality overwhelm yours, and you all watch as Laurel goes, like, catatonic while standing there. Laurel, you see an endless sea of stars. You see ships that look like ships you're familiar with, like a ship Call would have been on, but flying through space with giant crystals guiding them among the stars. You see metallic...
I can go twice as high.
Let's take a look in Laurel's brain.
You see metallic bird almost like things. You see many nautiloids. You see giant whales. It starts to be too much for you to handle, and Dredavex pulls his personality away from you.
Ooh. How close is he to me?
Like 5 feet, 10 feet.
I am going to very firmly, I'm going to try and snap out of him. Don't you dare do that again without asking first. You need to ask before doing that. You can't.
I apologize. I am used to it being commonplace.
Oh.
Well, unfortunately, we're not used to it, so.
That was mind-blowing.
It looks mind-blowing from out here.
That's the Astral Sea? That's where Zeke went? Alone? Oh, there's so much going on there, y'all. There's just...
Most of what you saw was stars and emptiness.
Ooh. Was there a whale with a bubble on its back?
No bubbles.
Okay.
And the whale that you saw, it did look a little different. Almost as like it was shimmering with starlight itself.
Like a Farscape whale?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, like a Leviathan?
Cool. Kind of like the whales in Treasure Planet.
Ah, cool. All right. I do my best to try and share that description with everyone. And
Dredavex looks...
I can share it with everyone if you want.
I want.
No. No.
Farron, are you up for it?
I'll hold your
Sure,
hand.
why not?
Oh gosh.
So because you are willing, there is no saving throw. Farron and Elena go catatonic and just like... But you see the same vision that Laurel just saw. And then you come back to your senses.
Oh, wow.
You
grow those things?
How do they... I have so many questions.
How do those whales
have
breathe?
so many answers. They do not breathe.
Well, that answers half of them.
What?
Do they have...
They don't breathe.
No.
Do they have blood? Like a circulatory system?
I believe so. I have not studied them. I am more of a artillerist.
Pulls out one of his little laser pistols.
No, you can put that down. Thank you.
Be nice to know how to learn how to use one of those things.
Last session they did put the memories of how to use them, which it is an action, and one attack to shoot, one attack to reload. So if that is separate actions, it's separate actions.
Yikes. Okay. Okay, well, after that, I would like to go to bed, I think. This is a bit much for Laurel.
I will leave you.
And he walks out, they walk out, and You hear the door close, and you're... And as you walk up to the door, it doesn't respond, but a panel lights up on the side. And if you put your hand on it, it opens. So it seems like they disabled the motion sensor and just turned on a hand button. And you can push the button again, it closes. And if you hold your hand on the button, a latch comes down and locks the two together. On your side.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Still would like to do shifts. Sleeping shifts, I think.
Of course. I mean, if you also want to do one together, do you need to talk? Do you need to unload?
It is reasonably warm in here, especially compared to outside. Kind of about the temperature as some of the colder of the taverns. I'd say it's probably about 60 Fahrenheit. But comfortable enough with your blankets and gear.
Okay. I get out food for everyone, you know, set up beds and everything. And I'll take first shift.
Okay. Make a perception check for me.
Ooh, that's pretty good. 25.
It's quiet. It's quiet on the ship for the first half hour or so. You hear the occasional heavy footsteps below and shuffling of crates. It seems like the flesh golem might be organizing downstairs. You don't hear anything. I mean, you hear things outside the door, but it's not like they're like pressed up listening. It seems like they are keeping distance like they said they would.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
And splitting up the rest of the evening, it's the same. More of the same. Long periods of quiet, periods of shuffling and moving around. And you're all able to take your long rest. And it is now the 26th of Nightfall, I believe.
Yep. Yep.
How's that doing for the...
Where's my pencil? There it is.
Well, if Zeke were here, Zeke would know that on the 30th it is a new moon, or a full moon.
Okay. Sorry, you said 3 days from full moon?
On the 30th, yeah.
Okay.
You all wake up feeling reasonably rested. And there were no strange dreams. It almost seems like being inside the ship kind of locked things out.
Weird. Weird. Okay. Breakfast, cold rations breakfast. As we're having breakfast, how we're not far from the Duergar castle. Citadel? Is that the right word?
Sunblight Citadel.
Sunblight Citadel. Stronghold? Yes.
HQ.
Like maybe a few hours, maybe? Lodame? Question mark?
About 5 miles.
5 miles. Attainable by
Dog
in a day.
So this was for those at home. This large circle here is where they had originally seen the crash site. The crash site that they're actually at is in the bottom left of the corner by the mountains. And this small circle down here is where they were told the Duergar Citadel is located.
By one of the Mutzgard. Okay. I have something to share with you all that might help this situation. Laurel especially looks to Farron and says, I'm sorry that I was not forthright with you. I was not forthright with any of you. But I have been... It has not been against you. It has not been something that I've been... and they just don't know how to put it into words, and instead they say, let me just show you, and they make themselves their skin kind of shifts in color, and their stature kind of changes, and they wind up looking like Prince Dick Buckus. Prince
Nildar.
Zeldar.
Nildar.
Had to be a dick book.
Nildar.
And not only does she look like Nildar, she looks exactly like Nildar.
You're a Duergar?
I'm still Laurel.
You don't sound like Laurel.
Your voice can change or not change as you choose.
Nope, nope,
Okay.
they're changing it. Nope. Heroes.
Where's Laurel? I don't like this.
No. I know it's me. It's me.
Insight check.
Yeah.
Sure. Laurel, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh
It calls doors, damn. Yeah, that shit. No.
Okay.
16.
Persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
That's an
13.
8.
That's-
Damn it.
That's a 13 for me. So it's Laurel.
So
Just-
15 or higher, you're like, she seems awkward about it, like it's weird to talk about it. Call, this is some Nominati shit.
I mean, I got a 13 as well.
So
Like,
Rose,
This
you're
is like Carl almost pulls out his sword. Like, yeah.
Oh,
Where's that laser rifle?
Laurel shifts back into the lithe, brown-haired elf that you're used to seeing.
Oh. Okay.
It's me. It's just an ability. It's just I can make myself look like other people too.
Can you teach me
as
how
well
to do
as-
that?
Can you look like me?
Yes, I can look like you, Elena.
So you're not really the thing. The Dick Buckus.
No, I am definitely not the Dick Buckus.
Okay, then why will we change into the Dick Buckus?
I'm trying to propose that maybe the Dick Buckus can help us slip into the Citadel, and I can get close to the king that way. And
Can the other three agents, not Laurel, please roll an intelligence or arcana check?
Arcana. It's another 13.
It's a natural 20 for a 21.
18.
Okay, so we'll start with 13. Elena, you've seen Laurel transform before, not to that degree, but you've seen small features change, like hair color, eye color, ear shape and size, jaw line, skin color, small things. Never big changes like this. Laurel seems to have been quite guarded with the full extent of their abilities in that. Call, you've heard of things called doppelgangers? They're not good. However, they're also not as exact in their transformations as Laurel is. It seems like Laurel is something more. Farron, with your time with Zeke, and all of the oddities and Nominati shit that you have heard and seen, you've heard of a select few almost fae-blessed humanoids called changelings who can look like almost anyone or anything. And it's not like illusion magic. They physically change into that being.
Oh, you're one of those change shapers that Zeke's told me about.
Yes. Changeling, yeah.
Does it...
Oh,
is
changeling.
it tiring? Does it hurt?
No, not at all. It's very natural.
Can you do it as much as you want?
Yeah.
Like, could you have Call's torso and my head and Elena's legs and your arms?
That's a combination.
I do that. I have Elena's slender, long legs, and...
Make a wisdom check for me, please.
Me?
Yes.
Great, now everyone knows what my legs look like.
Wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
Just... That's a nat 1!
So...
Yeah!
She changes into, like... one of Farron's arm, one of Elena's arms, Call's head, Zeke's legs. She sprouts a wolf tail, and she's like, "Yeah, like this, right?"
Yeah.
And she has her own voice.
Oh God! Change back, please. Oh God.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
Lord.
Oh, okay. It'll take me just a second. Yeah, just. Okay, everything's back where it should be.
See, it changes.
You don't hear bones popping or anything. It's not a disturbing sequence. It might be disturbing visually to see.
That was horrifying.
It's kind of, for those who have seen Star Trek DS9, it's kind of like when Odo transforms into stuff. It goes into a weird shimmery transition before locking into the new shape. It's not a stretching or morphing or disfiguring.
All steps back and starts drinking. Like, he's looking at it and like...
Laurel, I think this is incredible.
Call, you taste
Elena.
grog, like from the ship, like your mother's ale. Like a nice comforting alcohol flavor.
Laurel looks to Call and doesn't look like offended or anything like Call. It looks like that. She looks... Laurel looks like they assumed that would be the reaction.
This isn't the first time they've gotten that reaction.
And I really tried to maybe, right before Zeke left, I was going to try and maybe let this out. I've been worried about how Zeke will take it, because I worry that he will think that I'm tricking him. Been tricking him the entire time, and well, I may have been. It's not negatively. It's not. I'm not trying to be deceptive. I'm just trying to be me.
Was there any reason why you felt you needed to hide?
Yeah, well, it's just better to be one look, roughly. That's what seems to be acceptable in society.
Yeah, after the changeling and thought of doppelgangers, these are generally persecuted people because of a very few of them that have used this power for their own benefit and the detriment of those around them.
It's useful. I have used it
Oh, did you use it that time when you broke me out that one time? That was you?
Yeah, that was me.
I was gonna say, because Gustav didn't have that nice jawline, just saying.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes I like to improve a little on what I see.
Nice touch.
You know, a little artistry here and there. Yeah.
Laurel, what do you look like?
Like this. And brown hair. I'm obviously not. Well, maybe not obviously, but I'm not elvish. But that's what I guess I identify closely to.
Baron, with your natural 20 about changelings, you know that they do have a normal form that is very
like a
weird,
base form.
and kind of like pale skin without much features. But you also know that many of them have a personal default form. And the way you hear Laurel talk about this, you think that the Laurel form that you see is their default.
her default.
Yeah.
Or their default, rather.
Okay, so you're not the Dick Buckus for real, though.
Oh, no, I don't want to be the Dick Buckus, really. I just think that it might be useful to kill the king.
I get that, but
this
is kind of my first time seeing this with you, and you chose Dick Buckus. I thought we killed Dick Buckus.
You could have done one of us.
But
I should have warned you.
We know what Zeke's gonna say, right? Zeke's gonna go.
No, Illuminati.
Yeah, that's some
Illuminati.
And stuff.
And I will breach the subject with Zeke when he returns.
58 minutes in before one of the players said it.
Like, if you do this and we start fighting Dick Buckuses, I need you to put like a bell or a feather or something. So yeah, because any Dick Buckus in the way, the swords just.
Absolutely. No, I totally get it.
How do we make some kind of like password or safe word or something like that?
I need something.
Yeah. Safe word.
Pineapples.
It's a safe bet. We don't get a lot of pineapples out here.
Elena, while you are having this conversation, to reach you, but it's very difficult. Almost seems like it's not getting through all. Is it okay?
I'm getting a message from Midge again. I'm gonna go step outside.
Why would you step outside?
Interference.
What's interference?
It sounds like, you know, when you're in a snowstorm and you
are
get
we
every
really
other
about
word?
to walk around with the telephone? Like, are we really doing that?
Can you hear me now?
Just like, in this case, just like my full body. Can you hear me now? How about now?
You step outside and do you reply?
Hi, Midge. Can you hear me? We're fine. On our way to Duergar. Over, I guess. Like over.
A little bit goes by.
You're coming through much clearer now. It's good to hear your voice. I was quite worried. I was trying to scry on you and was unable to find you, but everything seems alright now. Thank you for the update. I wish you well. I'll keep an eye out.
Thank you. Or thank you. No, see what it is towards. Thank you. That's it.
That's it, and no response.
then she goes back into the rest of the group. Yeah, it was Midge. Something with this ship seems to mess with communications if it's telepathic or if it's through message or spells or magic.
Interesting.
Odd.
Is Midge okay?
Midge is okay. She was just having a hard time reaching us.
Okay.
Probably because of this.
So, do we head to the stronghold?
I say we do.
That was as good a time as any.
Do we have a plan?
Call, can you trust me?
Yeah. I just need that veil.
We'll be right back, everyone. Sorry. right, everyone, that situation has been resolved, and we are back. The Agents of SHAILD were deciding upon their next course of action.
Right, Duergar, what's
Do we
the
have
plan?
a plan? Obviously, your shape-changing abilities is definitely going to be key to this.
Right, my suggestion is...
But, I mean, did the other person come back to report that this person was killed?
No, I don't think anyone escaped.
Could Farron, Call, and Elena please make intelligence checks?
That's
12.
It's a natural 20 for a 19.
Call. While Laurel did turn into a perfect visual and voice replica of Dick Buckus of Nildar Sunblight, does she speak the Duergar language? So you get that realization.
How? I'm not sure how to. How are we gonna speak with them?
I was hoping not to. I was hoping not to. But if I can speak Dwarvish.
Do we know what language they speak?
I don't speak Undercommon.
It's Undercommon? I speak 6 languages. None of them are Undercommon.
Me too. None of them are Undercommon.
Maybe we can tell them you had like some foreign exchange deal. You had to live somewhere else for a while, and that's why you speak a different language. I don't know.
Yes.
The Prince of the Duergar can no longer speak the Duergar language.
Yeah, that was
he's
stupid.
He's lost his Undercommon sense.
He's been bewitched by some, and he can only speak Dwarvish. Yeah.
Laurel, can you change any aspect at all? Any aspect?
Why, yes. I can.
What if you were Nildar and you pretended to be injured and someone had cut your tongue out?
That's a good one. That's a
Can't talk without a tongue.
Ha ha. I'll just make that noise. That's a good one.
But when they start speaking, are we going to understand what they're saying?
Fake it till you make it.
I kind of feel like this plan is falling through. A little bit. Wait.
Okay. Let's think of a secondary plan.
There's always the direct approach.
There is always the direct approach.
There's balling it our way in there.
I'll shake my armor. I can't sneak because of this shit.
Right. We can't sneak.
We can't sneak.
But, buddy, we're going to have to go get that fixed sooner or later. We're going to have to
I need
find
like a nice breastplate or something. Oh, I don't want to take it off. I get hurt so much as it is.
We could, after this, we can definitely, like, kumbaya off somewhere. And
Bryn Shander.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do
dark
that.
Metal dispatchery.
Hey, it's a date. We can go there.
Okay.
I like that.
So, I doubt they're just going to let us in through the front door. We do have the Mutzguards as our allies, I believe.
Do they know how to teach people languages like
No, but we could maybe be snuck in as prisoners. I don't
Do
know
they
how
have any of that, like,
we feel about that.
paralyzed people stuff that they're on tap that they can just...
Yeah, that's a good... Maybe if the Mutzguard have us in shackles, but the shackles are not actually keyed out shut, and we... But I don't know how to get in contact with someone on the inside, Mutzguard person.
Do you ask Dredavex and Vorin if they have any of the paralyzation stuff?
No harm in asking.
Yeah, I guess we could. Can we ask them, like, little squiggly thing? Do you have the stay still juice?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
You said
Stay still juice.
Okay.
Yeah, with advantage, please.
Squiggly things. I like the opener.
That's a natural 20 for a 23.
Yeah.
You go.
We are Gnome Ceremorphs, but yes, we do have paralysis poison.
And he pulls, like, reaches into his thing, and he pulls out 3 vials.
This is paralysis poison.
So each vial has 3 applications. You can apply it to any ranged projectile, any, like, melee weapon, or try and force something to drink some of it. It has a DC 16 Constitution save, where they are paralyzed for 1 minute. So you have 9 applications of it.
Do y'all think we could put this on, like I know Farron has his little wicked blade, and I could put some on, Johnson here, and do y'all have like what do y'all have do y'all have like a ranged weapon? You're gonna stick it on the beans? Is that what?
Stick it on the beans. Yeah, I could dip it right in before I go.
That would be kind of funny. You like land on them, yeah. Bam.
My pounce, pounce, poof,
Yeah.
paralyzed. Move
That's
on.
Call. What did you say your sword's name is?
Johnson.
Shit. Yeah, Johnson. Sorry.
Just double checking.
Okay.
His first sword was John. This is John's son.
We're all mature adults here.
Brilliant. Love it. Yes. Let's I'm feeling confident. Hey, little Ceremorph. Sorry, I'm sorry. I should.
Dredavex.
I'm so sorry. Dredavex.
Mm.
Is there any way you could help me speak a language that I'm unfamiliar with?
You wouldn't like it.
Laurel, do you think you could...
Would it be a permanent thing?
Possibly.
Possibly.
Would it cause any harm to my friend here?
Possibly.
What's the process? How about explaining the process?
I have to almost extract their brain, and then make physical contact with their brain to input the knowledge.
Nope. I was just hoping for like a magic, just there. That's fine. I'm not looking for brain touching.
Dredavex. In lieu of that, can you help me with not jingly armor?
Take it off.
I need armor, though.
Then wear it.
We gotta go get you some.
I'm leaving.
Dredavex kind of like looks around his robes. He's like,
I don't wear armor. I have no need for it.
Kind of grabs Farron. He hands him his, kind of tries to spoon feed him his flask a little bit. Here, take some of the. We got some grog here, buddy.
Farron, it tastes like really sweet bourbon you remember your parents putting on your gums when you were teething.
Sorry.
Oh, I feel so young again.
It'll be okay, buddy. We'll get you some armor one day.
Is that blackberry?
You keep drinking, you're gonna be clicking red ruby slippers pretty soon. You might want to slow down. You gotta crawl before you walk.
Are you taking the squidlings?
Squidlings, what language do you speak? I thought so.
Wait, I've heard Yami make that noise. Yami, can you talk to the squidlings?
I feel like they're speaking different dialects.
Yeah, it's like same language, but yeah, different dialects for sure.
Yeah, the frequencies are off.
Dredavex looks at you all.
The squidlings are incapable of coherent speech.
You don't say.
What if you get them drunk? Do they become coherent, whatever?
For science.
Can you understand them?
For science.
Yeah, Carl walks over with his flask again. We're just trying to get everybody twisted.
Yeah, one of the ceremorphs, or the squidlings, reaches up with its tentacles and latches them all around your flask and is nursing on it, and it is chugging it down, and then after 10 seconds it just kind of
Did I kill it? Oh no, okay. Shit.
It is out on the floor. It's the light in its eyes almost seems like it's gone, but it's still breathing.
I believe it is comatose.
Oh, that's the best toast.
Walks over to it, does a little hand motion. The ceremorph lets out a weird and stands back up and seems fine. Looks very similar to the lesser restoration that Zeke used on Trovis.
That was the quickest hangover I've ever seen.
Is that a belch?
That was gnarly.
The squidlings generally do not burp so strange that they did. Yes, so are you taking these squidlings and the golem?
If they'll listen to us.
They all kind of snap to and one tentacle salute you again.
All right.
And the golem is just
Okay,
Isn't he the life of the party?
Devoid of thought.
Devoid of anything except for meat, I guess.
Does Golem have a name or an activation word?
His name is Golem.
Golem, yeah.
That got his attention.
I'm so with calling him Golem. Yeah.
All right, let's go. Can the squidlings move fairly well on their own? We've got a dog sled to travel on.
They do not do well in the cold.
And you see that Vorin goes digging around and he pulls out a regular humanoid-sized backpack, and all of the squidlings jump inside of it. And it looks like it's insulated.
Well, they are invertebrates after all.
And it kind of floats up for somebody to grab.
She's just gonna hold it in front of her, like.
Good job.
It is very light. It feels like just a bag with some clothes in it for the weight of it. It's not very heavy.
Oh, weird.
One tentacle kind of flops out and like pets your hand and goes back in.
They understand, but they do not speak language. Give very clear instructions as they are stupid.
All right.
Is go get that one? Is that a good enough for them?
Yes.
Okay.
They understand simple pronouns, verbs, and adjectives.
Okay. Farron, how do you feel about the flesh golem riding on Fenris with you?
I think it's the only option. He's not gonna fit on the dog sled.
Okay, let's
You
go.
better tie a rope to him. He ain't very lively. He might
Doesn't
fall
look
off.
like he's gonna fit on Fenris either.
Oh, really?
He's a big boy.
Oh, no.
Unless you plan on stealing a mammoth.
He can ride on my back.
Can you be something big enough?
If I'm a Craig... Yeah, if I'm a Craig cat. Yep. That's what'll happen. Gross.
Alright, so with the gnome squidlings in a bag with Crag Cat Laurel, you mount up with the golem and Fenris, the dogs, and you start heading south along the mountainside. Very shortly after leaving, a storm front starts to roll in. It is more windy than snowy, but it is snowing. The wind seems to be blowing north, so directly at you. It doesn't really slow your progress, but it is biting cold, and I need Elena and Call to make Constitution saving throws.
22.
13.
You are able to stave off the cold and stay bundled up enough that you do not take a point of exhaustion. Following around the mountain, you pass into the pass that Ilsef Musgard had told you about that leads into where Sunblight Citadel is located. And before you, all you really see is the looming shadows of the mountains. And then a darker shape takes form, much like the Duergar outpost you saw, hewn completely from the stone of the mountain, but on a significantly grander scale. This hundreds of foot tall tower carved into the sides of the mountain has battlements, arrow slits. This looks like it is meant to be a fortress. You see no lights through any of those slits. You see no movement. All you hear is the wind and your breath. You're probably maybe half a mile away from it at this point.
How long did it take for us to get here?
About 2 hours.
2 hours.
You are still in wild shape. You're good for another half hour. But it's
okay.
Half rounded up, I think. Or is it half rounded down? Half rounded down.
It says 2 hours.
Okay. So yeah, you would just be turning out of Crag Cat Laurel.
Okay. So me and flesh golem are on foot. Are we just going for it? Right up to the front door? Just
We have another.
There's the way that Ilsef told us, but this just takes us to the front door, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
DM.
Yes.
When we put the stay still juice on the weapons, How long does that have like a shelf life or?
10 minutes.
That's a good question.
Okay, shit.
10 minutes or until used, whichever happens first.
Does it take an action to apply?
Yes.
Okay, one action to apply. Okay.
You can use one action to apply one vial to 3 things if done out of combat, because you're not as harried.
I feel like me, Farron, need to put some on our blades, and then if y'all have anything that we'll put it on Laurel's beans or something. Whenever she's getting ready to switch back, I'll throw some on the ground she can step on.
You're muted, Laurel.
Yeah, if we're ready to go in, Laurel will transform into a Craig cat again and shrink. Dip her claws into the stay still juice.
Yeah.
Yami might not be a bad idea either.
Yami is a good idea. What is Yami's form right now? Is he white?
He's white.
Okay. Is there any left to apply to Yami?
That's only 3 if you did Farron's swords,
yeah.
Call's sword, and both of your front claws. That's only 4 applications. You still have 5 more.
Oh, great! Yeah, put them on Yami's
claws.
So you have 2 applications left.
Save it for
a rainy day.
Save it for while in battle. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that back in the bag or something.
Nice.
The haversack.
I'll hold it.
Oh, you want to hold it? Yeah, that's fine.
Just in case.
Yeah.
You do all realize that the lantern on the sled sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, we should
Yeah,
kill
we'll
that.
probably kill that. Yeah.
I would like a group intelligence check with advantage because you've done this before to see if you turn it off soon enough.
Dirty 19.
Mm-hmm.
15.
15.
3.
Well, the 19 balanced that 3 out.
Good.
You all would turn off the lanterns in your light sources far enough out that you don't think you'd be noticed.
Good.
Beyond the snowy foothills, low-lying clouds obscure the icy peaks of the gargantuan mountains that form the spine of the world. Eventually you get above the clouds and behold a sheer mountain wall rising more than 100 feet before you. Carved high in the wall are rows of arrow slits without lights burning behind them. Because they're Duergar, they don't need it. And clanking sounds issuing from within. A narrow staircase hewn from the rocks leads up along one side of the wall. There doesn't appear to be any entrance here on ground level, but this staircase does lead up.
Yeah, start to bound up those stairs real quick.
Okay. It takes a little over a minute to get all the way up the stairs. And you see that it levels out into a platform that leads to some gates.
Okay. The gates are closed.
They are closed.
How big are the gates?
What are they made of?
They are made of a black steel, and they appear to be 5 feet wide each and 10 feet tall. They have the same crest burned into or etched into them that the Sunblight clan, the Black Steel Sun.
What's above the gates? Is it just like a solid wall they're in, or is there like ramparts?
There are sporadic arrow slits, and at the very top there are ramparts.
How far up is that?
Over 100 feet.
Shit.
Oof. Level 6, I can start to fly.
And
I
also,
can't talk. I'm a cat.
with your passive perceptions as a whole, you do see that there is an arrow slit just to the side of the door. Over.
Can I see any glint of metal beyond? Or...
Make a perception check.
Okay.
And I would like one of you to roll a luck check. Anyone other than Laurel.
24.
So somebody just roll a d20.
Who's feeling lucky?
Lucky number 7.
Okay. Laurel, you look in and you see a dark room. Are you Crag Cat, Laurel?
Yes.
Okay. You don't see anyone, you don't hear anything.
What? I'm gonna talk real quiet. What are the chances the gate's just unlocked?
Let's give it a push.
You want to try to push
yeah.
it open?
Push
Try to
or pull.
open the gate.
Yeah.
Who tries to open the gate?
I will.
Okay.
I'll help him if I can.
They are heavy doors. They are well oiled, and they are unlocked.
They're well oiled.
You open the door, and it ever so quietly pulls open. And inside you see kind of like a vestibule area. You see it looks like there's a portcullis that has been retracted, and there's an empty room with a narrow opening at the far end and an arrow slit in the western wall.
Hey guys, y'all wanna
Let
try
me
to do
go
this
in a little bit, because I can see
quietly?
invisible things. Yeah, can I check for any invisible sentries or anything like that?
Sure. Do you head forward through the door?
Yeah, I would like to take the lead, I think.
Yeah, I'll step
as
like
Craig Cat.
a step in,
Get your Craig.
like right behind Laurel.
There's your Crag Cat, Laurel.
Thank you. And I would like to, roll perception checks looking for
Sure.
anything. Traps, anything.
And
that's
Farron,
a
can you roll
12.
one for your invisible check?
That's a 12.
Glad
Blop,
I
blop.
have expertise. That's a 15 with expertise.
Laurel, you hear sounds and smell. You smell Duergar, but it's hard to tell where because it seems like they've been everywhere. Farron, you see one Duergar in this room, and he is dressed in the same garb as the Moosgard clan, and he's invisible, and he's quietly watching you all.
What? Oh, Theron's brain. What was the Moosgard we met? Ilvar?
Ilsef.
Ilsef.
Which Elena did mention earlier.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. I'm gonna make eye contact with him. Even this is weird because blind sight. And I'm gonna mouth Ilseth.
Okay, make a performance check for me.
Oh, yes. Let me just double check. I don't have advantage for any reason. Nope, sure don't. That's a 9 minus 2. That's 7.
So he looks to you, and he looks at the crag cat. You see him cock an eyebrow, and then he sees Yami, Call, and Elena, and then you see recognition and understanding on his face. And the rest of you see, forming from nothing, a Muscart Duergar approaches you all quietly. And he puts his hand over the Muscart symbol and nods at you all. He says, "Are you the ones Ilsef sent?"
Yes.
Eddie, things might be a little tricky, but I can either try and sneak you in, or I can go get Grandolpha. Either one might be a little tricky.
It's true, considering one of us can't sneak. Well, can't sneak effectively.
We can act like we're taking you in chains.
That would probably be best.
Right.
Would we still be heading to where you're going to be taking us, though?
Well, it's a matter of where you want me to take you. I can take you straight to the king. He's downstairs in the forge. Or I can take you to the jail. Where do you have a plan? Ilsef said you'd have a plan.
Yeah. We were coming here to kill the king.
Right, it sounds like you have everything well in hand. He got a 2 on insight. Eddie, you stay here. I'm gonna go get some of the other Muscart guards and Grandolpha, and we'll take you there. Stay here. Don't make too much noise. Don't alert the Sunblights.
Insight check.
Okay.
One, natural 1.
I mean, these guys turn invisible on the regular. They're working with Chardolin. It's hard to tell if he's lying, but they're shady guys.
Fucking Illuminati. Shit.
Eddie, you stay here. I'll return. And turns invisible and walks away.
All right.
After a few seconds, you all start to hear footsteps. More than one set.
Guys, what if he's coming back with some...
And you see 8 Duergar, all with the Muscart clan armor.
Okay.
And an elderly Duergar woman. Completely snow white hair, gray skin, wrinkles. She's got mutton chops and a little bit of a goatee. She looks very wise. She has a staff, big old wizard's pipe, and a little bit of like a red cap that's like kind of like a beret. And she's, who are you?
Agents of SHAILD.
The Agents of SHAILD.
Symbol.
I'm Farron.
Elena.
Buddy. Oh, okay. I'm
That's Laurel.
She's very... I'm
not all the time.
Grandolpha Musgard. I am the elder and the leader of the Musgard clan. I hereby take all of you prisoner in the name of Clan Musgard. Chain them up.
I put up a fight.
They put up a fight in return, and you all do get manacled, both wrists and hands, and you see that they do not lock them, but they do put a latch on them that makes them stay closed, and it would take almost no effort to take them off. Farron, for once, you are not the loudest person. As you all start to be escorted in chains through the castle. There's several Duergar you see on the side. Definitely Clan Sunblight ones. Some that aren't in armor, like they're just in their regular clothes. The Musgard ones and the ones without Sunblight symbols directly on them kind of look indifferent and confused, while all of the Sunblight Duergar jeer and sneer and spit at all of you and toss their drinks at you. And I mean, you only see 5 or 6 of them, but every single one of them acts like this. The occasional word you hear of Sunwalkers, and with your basic insights, your natural insights, it sounds like a slur to them. And they don't seem too particularly pleased to see you.
Oh, it's definitely holding back rage. Yeah.
Grandalfa leads you through into a hallway and then into a sitting room where she closes the door, and it is just her, 2 of her guards, and all of you. She says, listen, this is the only time we'll get a chance to talk. You are here to take him down, correct? To stop his plan. The Musgards will support you. Only in terms of battle. If things go to bloodshed, we will have your back. But you must make the first move. Zaldarak must believe that I am on his side for as long as necessary.
Thank you, Granddaughter.
How many Sunblight guards are there?
Hundreds. Not all of them are here right now, but I have the Musgards are nearly 100 strong.
When you take us from this room, are you taking us straight to where he is, or?
We will take you straight to him. He is in the forge right now, working on his infernal machine.
Where is he right now from us? Like, what when?
Below. Very far down.
Alright.
We have an elevator that can take us all the way there, so you don't have to walk on stairs or climb.
Alright.
I will present you to him as a gift. To show my loyalty to him. That these folk you tried to break in, tried to stop him. You killed one of the princes, right?
We did.
Fucking dick.
He absolutely did.
Both princes.
Oh, that's right, 2 of them.
You killed them both. His last
The
living
most-
heirs.
His line ends with him.
The most buckus of the dicks.
Hey, Ilsef was trying to explain that to me. I don't speak Orcish. But I hear it's quite rude. And just to tell you, we've kind of been passing it around to the Sunblights that it's like something that the orcs take pride in. And they've been calling themselves Dick Buckus, Dick Buckus.
That's funny, but it's a little bit saucy of a word, yes. Yes.
Wait. Right. When we go, you must stay quiet. I will have to treat you as prisoners. If you act out in any way, I will have to have something be done. All right.
Let's make the ruse convincing, shall we?
How convincing do you want to make it? I mean, for one,
I've been imprisoned before. I have a face.
it's quite clean and unblemished at the moment, if I might say so myself. I guess you were all cut very easily. Well, we do have numbers. Maybe you're intelligent enough to give up. Come. It's time to meet the king. She takes you out, and the other 6 guards fall in around you. 4 Sunblight guards fall in around you as well. You are surrounded by 12 guards and Grandolpha Mosgard. All of these Duergar, with the exception of Grandolpha, are in heavy leather armor with war picks and maces, war hammers. They are armed to the teeth. And they take you down a hallway and to a large metal cage that is suspended by a very thick, thick wire. And she says, everybody in. And all of the Muthcart guards kind of like heft their weapons a little bit, almost like preparing for something, but they do it in unison and with no emotion on their face, as if they're just doing as they're told. Do you all go into the cage?
I cooperate begrudgingly.
So one of the Sunblight guards goes to deck you in the face, Cragcat Laurel, and one of the moose carts grabs him, pushes him back, says something, and then gives you a big shove in the haunch instead.
Yeah. Okay, I act like the shove really shoved me.
The guards file in behind you. A cage door comes down. A latch is pulled. And there's a sudden shift, as if gravity is giving out. And then the entire cage starts to descend slowly. You are descending through carved stone. And you hear the echoing of hammer on metal. The sounds of a forge. A minute goes by, still descending. Sounds of the forge start to get a little louder. And you notice a change in the temperature. It's warmer. Further down you descend. 200, 300 feet. And finally, the close carved walls drop away. And you are in a huge area. Let me pull this one up. Okay, that's not where you are. You all. Oh my gosh. Okay, this room is about 60 feet square with a 30-foot ceiling. And you see the large gear and the hole leading up where the elevator was. And after you and all the guards step off, it closes and starts to ascend again. Grandalfa gestures to the door. Guard goes and opens it and leads you out from one room from this room into another one about half the size. This room's empty. Into another room you go.
Are those, I'm sorry to interrupt, are those suits of armor, do they look
they're stone statues, and they look very rough carved.
Okay.
In the next area, you see it's a much larger room. It is very obviously, especially to Elena, this is the throne room. No one is sitting in the throne, and the throne is completely made of Chardalyn crystal. Almost as if the crystal grew around the throne. Off to the corner, you see, kind of reminiscent of the captives you saw in the Duergar stronghold, where the outpost where they were farming Chardalyn. The beings you saw that were covered in fungus and spores and mold, except this one is made of spores and fungus and mold. It seems completely, and it is humanoid in shape. And you notice as it is looking around, it has weird folds in its, what you can guess to be face, that vaguely imitate eyes and a mouth. You hear no sound emanating from it, and as it moves, occasionally there's little dustings of spores that fall off it and touch the ground. And it seems to be gesturing to another one of its kind. Through that room she takes you. You go through a hall of pillars. This room may be 40 feet tall, and in front of each pillar there is a Duergar in Sunblight armor. Between each of them and behind each pillar, you see the Duergar hammerers, those in the metal with the silent screams of pain on their face. She takes you past all of them. Several of these guards do spit at you, but nobody says anything. These seem a little more trained, a little more, full of their faculties. In the next area, it's much larger. You see... Oh yeah, there's that guy. An extremely large insect. A little bigger than the carrion crawlers you saw. It has giant mandibles, 2 big arms with claws on the side of it, and 2 legs. And it's just kind of clicking away. And there's some Duergar shouting at it and motioning to it, and then you see it goes to moving some rocks away from a tunnel. She leads you east through this room to a large door.
Do I recognize what that creature is?
You can make a nature check.
Hey, that's a dirty 20.
That is an Umber Hulk.
Oh, I thought it was a rust monster. An Umber Hulk. Crap, okay.
She leads you through the doors, and underneath these doors, and in the crack between, you can see a glowing orange as if from a massive fire. And the temperature here has gone up several more degrees. All of you are not sweating, but feeling the heat. She gestures to the guards at the doors, who were Duergar that were invisible, who turned visible and opened the doors. In this room, you see a massive smelter, a huge pool of liquid metal, probably Chardalyn. One lone Duergar with a crown made of Chardalyn spikes is hammering away at the anvils in front of it. And you see the massive form of the Chardalyn dragon on a platform to the south. She leads you around over to... Let me actually move the pieces there. Over to the Duergar that is hammering away.
Does the dragon look completed?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah, how busy do people seem to be working on it?
Elena's gonna definitely take a look for sure.
Make an insight check.
Yeah, okay.
I got an 8.
You have no idea.
26. It looks dangerously close to being a dragon, though, doesn't it?
With that insight check, there's only one person working. It's King Zardarok.
Okay.
And the dragon does look like a dragon.
Okay.
Grandalfa walks forward to the king, and she bows a little bit. She says, King Zardarok, I bring to you these that would sneak in and try and end you. These that killed your sons. The hammering stops. He puts it down, and he turns to all of you. And you see his face, it is weathered. His beard goes down past his hips. He is jacked. Just basically wearing a wife beater and plate mail leggings. He's got these leather gauntlets on. And you can see a bit of a blacksmithing apron on him. And the look he gives you is as if you're not even there. He just gazes right by you and looks at Grandalfa. Are these the ones that Ilsef told us about?
As soon as he starts talking, Carl rushes him, pulls his sword out. As soon as he starts talking.
I would like you to make a dex check with advantage.
14.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
I need you to make an intelligence saving throw call.
Fuck me.
Why an intelligence saving throw?
Please. Fuck off.
Oh no.
It's a 2. Yeah, I rolled a 3.
As you rush forward and all the manacles fall off, you get the urge to attack Grandalfa Musgard. And with this urge, it forces you into a rage. And you must attack her.
Didn't go as planned.
Why? DM, why? Why, DM?
It's a 26 to hit.
That hits, roll damage.
Okay.
Oh, that's max damage. And you said I'm in a rage?
Yeah.
So that's 18.
So as you rush forward with your sword drawn, the blood rage fills you. You're about to attack Zardarok, and you just swing wide and slash into the abdomen of Grandalfa and cut across it. I know your mind is not your own. Musgars, to arms! And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Fuck me.
Which one?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Ooh,
Nickel or bronze?
Bronze.
I was trying to get him to stay still.
Yes,
Juice.
bronze.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Damn.
You got it out of the way. That's a nat 1 for 3.
So you have disadvantage on your first attack.
Oh great, yeah.
I got a 13.
Alright, so call. Let me get to my initiative tracker here. Call, you got a 13?
Yep. Farron, I think you're gonna have to use your stay still juice.
Laurel, you got a 1. Baron?
20.
Elena?
18.
Ooh. So Yami goes right after Farron. And Grandolfa. Alright. So there are a lot more things in combat besides what shows here. But that's just what's going to show up for the moment. So, starting the round off, Farron.
I'm going to shake the shackles off.
They fall off
and
for free action.
And as I'm casting a spell, I want his attention. What am I gonna say? I'm gonna say something. I wonder if you're as soft as your kids were. And I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike, and I'm going to activate it, and I'm going to charge him.
Please.
Alright.
Please.
Yes.
First off, I would like you to roll an intimidation check.
Okay, not bad considering it's a -2. That's a 13.
He kind of smirks at you. Okay.
Fair. Oh yeah. That is. Oh, that's a 24 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And I get to do extra damage because Zephyr Strike. I won't do that yet. 11 points of magical slashing plus 5 points of force.
Okay, so that's 16.
And then my second attack. 22.
That hits. Actually, he will cast shield.
Okay.
And the attack deflects off an unseen force.
And it's just dead eye contact for me. And that'll be my turn because I can't tell Yami to do anything. I'll just, I will have him. I'll have Yami push behind him.
Okay. He's going to use a legendary action to hold his hand out, and the hammer flies off his anvil and into his hand, and he uppercuts you in the chin with it. And he's going to make an attack with advantage. That is a 19 to hit. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and 8 points of force damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw. With advantage because Call is behind you.
That's okay. That's a natural 20 for a 27.
So he stops, you stop yourself from being launched by the pushing effect of the hammer. Alright, so that was his legendary action. It is Elena's turn.
Elena's going to shake off the shackles.
Mm-hmm.
out of character question, guys, do I let loose the squidlings for chaotic energy?
Yes.
Cool. She's gonna like reach
Baron,
for the backpack.
Sorry, 1 second.
100%.
I need you have poison on your sword, right?
Yes, I have the
stay still juice.
sit down juice.
He's going to use his legendary one of his legendary resistances. Well, it's so that it doesn't, change anything. So I don't have to roll that back. But he used a legendary resistance. Okay, Elena. Sorry.
Yeah, so after shaking off the shackles, she's just gonna take the backpack off and open it and just shake up the contents.
So out of the backpack leap these 3 squidlings. And let's put some squidlings on the field. Squidling, squidling, and squidling. And they are in combat too. We'll roll. They will join next round. And so that could be like your bonus action.
Okay. Otherwise, yeah, I was going to chromatic orb a nice big snowball at him, so like ice magic. At level 2.
Okay.
That's for a 15.
Misses. The force shield around him seems to like absorb the ice magic and it dissipates.
Okay, a little bit stronger then. No, I think I'm out of actions right now, bonus actions. If I give an order to the squidlings, would that be a bonus action?
You could have given that as part of your dumping them out, yeah. Like attack the... I mean... Go ahead, give them their order.
Make him drop a hammer.
Okay. Okay, and it is Grandolpha's turn. Where'd that go? There, Grandolpha's turn. She is going to disengage, back up, and cast Cure Wounds on herself. And that is her turn. Call. You're already raging.
Yeah. Damn, I really can't get advantage. I'm gonna move. Click the thing.
I would
That's
say
right
with 3 of you
next to
around him
him.
like that, that'd be flanking.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move right there. And yeah, we're gonna break out Johnson.
John's son.
Johnson. Let's see. First one. That is a dirty 20.
Misses.
All right.
You see that the weird force field around him is still there.
Oh,
Moves your sword to the side. Shield lasts till the beginning of his next turn.
It's a 26 to hit.
That hits. And he got a 19 on his save against the poison. So he saves.
He's taken 11 damage.
Is that including your rage?
Yeah, I rolled 9 damage plus 2.
So you slash across him, and you see that while he's not wearing armor, it appears that his skin is almost as hard as armor. You do make purchase and do damage, but he just seems to be very strong and stoic. Anything else there, Call?
Bonuses. see. No, it's gonna be my turn.
Zardarok is going to use a legendary action to hit you with his hammer. That is a 23 to hit.
That is.
You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 5 because you're raging, and 10 points of force damage, not halved. And I need you to make a strength saving throw with advantage because you're raging.
That's a 26.
So you stand your ground as he hits you with this hammer, and it does not push you back. Alright, it is now Zardarok's turn. First things first, he is going to enlarge.
Damn.
I need Farron, Yami, and Call to all make strength saving throws. Call at advantage, please.
That's another natural 20 for a 27.
Ooh.
For you or Yami?
For me. Yami got...
Natural 20 for 26.
Oh, 2 nat 20s.
Yami got a 21.
Okay, so you are all pushed out of your spaces, but are not knocked prone as he enlarges himself to almost the same size as those frost giants. And then he's going to... Yeah?
Sorry, the flesh golem, what happened to him?
Did not come inside with you.
Okay. Okay, just checking.
The Moosegard golem, or the Moosegard guards wouldn't have let him
he's
come
not
in.
going to pass. Yeah, okay.
Okay, he's going to make one attack on Farron and one attack on Call. That is a 17 on Farron and an 11 on Call. So that misses Call.
Misses me.
Farron, you take 14 bludgeoning and 14 force damage. And I need you to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Even with disadvantage, that's a 16.
Just makes it. You are not knocked back or prone.
Plus 7.
Whew.
That ends Zardarok's turn. Laurel.
Okay. Okay. So he is sure big, but he's also surrounded by my friends. There's, you say, one person who was working on the dragon.
There was only one person working, period. And it was King Zardarok, where you saw him right here at this angle specifically.
On the map, on the big map, it looks like there's a guy next to the dragon.
Oh, there's not supposed to be a guy next to the dragon.
Okay, so that guy's not there.
No, that is Nildar, and you already killed him.
Oh, okay. So there's no one next to the dragon. I'm going to try and pounce him.
Sorry that my mouse is going crazy, everyone.
Oh no, you're fine.
It's just
It doesn't look
super.
that way.
Well, it's more so for the player view that they get to see. Okay, so make your attack. You move 20 feet, so yeah, you can pounce, and with advantage because he is surrounded by your friends.
But disadvantage because I rolled a 1, so...
So straight roll.
Straight roll. That's an 18! Plus 5, I believe, so 23.
That hits.
Yeah! Okay, so he is knocked... Oh no, he needs to roll a strength saving throw.
Which he does with advantage while he's enlarged. That is a dirty 20.
Okay, well, he is not knocked prone then. But
a natural 20 against the poison.
Oh.
Each attack. So if you make multi-attack.
Okay. So the first attack would be a claw, and that was the 23, so that is a 7 plus 3, that is 10 damage, and then I'm also going to do a bite attack because I did successfully pounce.
Okay, there is no poison on your bite.
I know. Can I
Sorry,
claw?
venom.
Can I claw?
Yeah.
Claw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Second
well,
one will not will be at advantage though.
Will be an advantage
because it is no longer your first attack.
Sure. That would be a 18 to hit.
Total?
Yeah.
So you hit, but it does not seem to dig through his skin.
Okay. That's my turn then. I guess I'm not sitting on him. So how does that work? Do I move just past him?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. Top of the round. First thing that happens, combat erupts everywhere around you. There is Musgard versus Sunblight in groups. There are packs of them shooting crossbows at each other, attacking each other with swords, enlarging, reducing, going invisible. I'm going to roll a couple attacks at disadvantage to see if any stray crossbow bolts come any of your way. A few do, but they all miss. Baron, is your turn.
Okay, so I rolled my concentration checks, and I made all of them except the one I needed to make, which was the last one, so I lose Zephyr Strike. So, I'm going to...
Thank you for doing those.
Cast it again. And during Zephyr Strike, I can't take opportunity attacks. Like, I disengage for free, essentially. So I'm going to run away 30 feet, and I'm going to pull out the laser rifle.
Okay.
And I'm going to aim at his big, stupid head.
Okay.
I have to roll so high for this to hit.
D20 plus your dex.
That's a 5.
Okay, so you shoot, and it's not knowing exactly where to aim it. You shoot it, like, and almost hit a Musgard Duergar, and end up actually shooting a Sunblight Duergar in the face, completely blowing his head off.
Oh!
You don't even have to roll damage.
Do I have to reload with my second attack?
Yes. I mean, well, okay. You do not have to, but then it will not be reloaded for your next attack. You can attack with another weapon.
I'll reload it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna sit over here and cry.
Anything for Yami?
Yeah, Yami will take a bite.
Okay. Add advantage for flanking.
Come on, Yami. Poison this son of a bitch. Ooh. That's some good Yami. That's some good old Yami action.
Give him the sauce.
I believe that's a 21.
Just hits.
Spoopy. Too spoopy.
He's going to use a legendary resistance to succeed. So that's 2.
That is 9 points of piercing damage. Max damage for Yami.
Nice. So he just kind of looks down and he's like,
I feel the poison trying to take me. You will not take me.
And at the end of Yami's turn, he's going to use a legendary action to take an attack on Yami.
That's what your son said.
That is a 27 to hit.
Just barely hits. Just barely.
9. Yami takes 14 points of bludgeoning damage and 14 points of force damage, and I need him to make a strength saving throw with disadvantage.
I don't suppose a 12 is going to do it.
No. Roll any die and tell me odds or evens, Farron.
Evens.
He swings back with his hammer and uppercuts Yami into the air. Yami goes flying back into the lava. The molten metal. And is instantly incinerated. Elena, it's your turn.
Oh, fuck.
3rd level, chromatic orb, ice, motherfucker.
Giant gray baby.
Nat 20.
Yeah!
Whoa, Elena is pissed. All right.
You see him start to raise his hand, very similar to like the time he did shield, and the chromatic orb goes past it as it's forming, and you clock him real good. So max damage plus the dice roll,
Ice.
and
Ice, by the way.
mark off 2 checks, so that brings you to 8 points for your ice training. So max damage plus the dice roll, and this was level 2 or level 3?
This is level 3.
This is some damage.
So 5d8. So 5d8.
So that's
Max.
40 ice damage right off the bat.
Plus the dice. That is already another 30 damage. So 30 plus 40.
70 points of ice damage.
She's pissed. You hurt, baby.
So this orb rockets at him and explodes across his chest, and you see ice start to crush up, and he,
No!
and he looks messed up. He went from looking good to not so good anymore.
And Elena freaking looks like she's gonna take another bite out of him, but can't.
Okay.
She's just gonna hope maybe the squidlings hopefully will help continue and kind of barrage or remove his axe or his hammer from his hand or something like that. Just inconvenience him.
Okay, it's the first gnome squidling's turn. He disappears and appears on Zardarok's back, like right behind his head, and he's going to try and grapple him. And it's going to be at advantage because he's surprising him. So, Elena, I would like you to roll 2 d20s and tell me what they are, and I will roll for Zardarok. -2 to your roll, by the way.
So, do you want the total, or do you want the number in each one? Then
Just the highest one.
the highest was an 11.
So -2, that is a 9. Zardarok rolled a 7 and has +1. That's an 8. This little gnome squidling has him grappled. And if he grapples something, he gets to try and extract its brain.
Yes!
Oh my
Let's
god!
fucking go. Shit.
This is amazing.
Now, unfortunately, he has no bonus to this attack. So, to hit, he has to get a nat 20. But he's grappled, so he has advantage.
5%.
Come on.
That's a 16.
No!
So you hear him go,
What's drilling into my head?
and that's the end of that gnome squidling's turn. Zardarok is going to use a legendary action to move. And he's going to run away with the squidling on his head. So
Can I swipe at him?
both Call and Cragcat Laurel.
And he's not really grappled. He's just okay. Just regular swing.
Do we get advantage on the opportunity attack? Because the squidling's
No.
on him? No.
The squidling is like the size of your mittens.
Okay.
He's tiny. Even though he's like, on him, it's still like this big.
Okay. That's a 10.
That's a 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Yeah.
That's 16 damage.
So you slash at his Achilles as he's running away. Which actually, taking the hit on him will stop him from running as far as he was going to, and he only gets 2 there. So looks like he's running towards the molten metal. And it is Grandolfa's turn. She's going to shout something in Undercommon. And none of you understand. It is the next gnome squidling's turn. It too disappears. And appears on another part of his head and tries to make a grapple attack at advantage. So Elena, please roll 2d20s. -2 to the highest one, because you have advantage. He has disadvantage on this one.
I'm doing the -2. 18.
That was a nat 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will give it... Well, it's already grappled, so it has advantage. It's going to make its extract attack. Mind... Extract brain. At advantage, needs a nat 20.
2 in a row.
It's 14.
Oh. I will
So
say,
it
though,
is
odd
still...
duck dice gets you the
So now you have...
D20s.
There are 2 squidlings trying to drill into his head. At the end of this one's turn, he's going to use his last legendary action for the turn to try and... Well, he's going to be able to do it. He runs and jumps across the metal and starts running towards the platform that the dragon is on. Doesn't quite get there, though. Call, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to use my movement and my bonus action with my trait of aggression to make it all the way to him.
Yeah, he is 70 feet away from you.
Wait, do I go in this box or this box? Trying to see how big he is.
Yeah, you'd probably land more behind him about there, but yeah. Okay, so that's movement and bonus action?
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Because, yeah, that gives me 80 feet.
Oh, shit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you could absolutely get in front of him then if you want to.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you run and leap across this molten level, skid across the ground, great sword in hand.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to attack him. So, great sword, please.
You could do it
Yes.
recklessly to do it at advantage if you want, but then he would have advantage on you.
Yeah, and I'm just rolling right here. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
That's 12 damage.
He's going to use his last legendary resistance to avoid the poison.
But he's got none left.
How much damage was that?
12.
He is looking busted up.
Oh, come on,
Bleeding
guys. We can do
real
it. We
hard.
got this. Come on.
My second attack. Should I do reckless? No. Oof. It's another 23 to hit.
Hits.
That's going to be 17 damage.
Yes. Nice.
So you slash at him again, and he's looking like he's about to fall. He seems very singularly minded, trying to reach the platform that the dragon is on. Anything else, Call?
Nope, that's my turn.
He's going to use a legendary action. No, he's already out of legendary actions. He used all 3 of them already. So it is the Gnome Squidling's turn. Can't... Even with his movement and teleportation, this is as far as he can get.
Are the other 2 still latched onto his?
Yeah,
his
still
head?
latched onto him. Yeah, so they're still on him. It is Zardarok's turn, and he's going to try and rush right past you to the platform, Call. So you get an attack of opportunity.
Nope, it's a 12.
So as he runs by, bleeding, you just slide past and just ever so slightly miss him. And he gets up to the Shardolin dragon. And he puts his hands on it. And his hands start to glow. Laurel, it is your turn.
Oh my god. There's no way for me to... If I use my movement... It would take double my movement to get over to him.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end, could I pounce him at the end?
Yes, but you would only get... I wouldn't give you your second attack if you succeed upon the pounce.
That's okay. I'm really just trying to get him off the dragon and away from the dragon.
Okay. So you're more trying to tackle him?
Yes.
Okay. I'll let you roll an athletics check with advantage, with either yours or the Crag Cat's, whichever is better.
That's a good question. Athletics, eh? Well, it's got to be better than what Laurel has, because Laurel has a -2. Okay, that's a +3. That's much better. Athletics. Okay, that's a 16 + 3, 19.
Okay. He's large, so he has advantage on athletics checks. What'd you roll?
A 19.
You knock him away from the dragon and push him prone on the platform.
I sit on him.
Okay.
Unless I can't attack, because I would like to try to poison him, but...
Your attack was to try and tackle him.
Right, okay, yep, I just sit all my weight on him.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to try and hit you with his hammer. That is a 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. I got an armor class of 13.
You take 21 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And 21 points of force damage. And I need you to make a... If that takes you out of Cragcat form, I need you to make a strength save with Laurel's strength save. At disadvantage.
It takes me out of Cragcat form. At disadvantage, strength.
Strength save at disadvantage.
Oh no, that was a 3, which makes it a 1.
So you are knocked out of Cragcat form
Sure
and
am.
are knocked prone on the ground next to Call.
Okay, but he's still prone too, right?
Yes.
Did he incur any disadvantage from attacking from the ground?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not with a melee weapon.
Okay.
Top of the
that's
round,
where we are.
the fighting continues. And let's see. two of the guards near Grandolpha go down, pin-cushioned with crossbow bolts. And you see that several of them would have hit Grandolpha, but she too used her shield spell. And unfortunately, they ended up in one of her compatriots. Farron, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm real far away. I'm going to activate my Zephyr Strike, which doubles my movement.
Nice.
And I'm going to run. Beaten and battered and bloodied. Oh, wait. Can I not? Let's do this. And then this. And when I use Zephyr Strike, my next weapon attack has advantage. So I'm gonna go down to a knee and I'm gonna point the laser rifle at him as best I can, and he's prone, so it's gonna wash.
I think that is horseshit, especially because he's massive. So you do not gain the effect of him being prone, so you still have advantage on the strike.
And I'm gonna take a shot with a laser rifle. Come on, 10% chance. That's a 17 plus 2. That's a 19.
Oh.
You shoot and it hits the platform and just ricochets off.
I wouldn't be able to change a weapon, would I?
You can just drop it and grab another, because I would say, like, your sword is easily accessible, your knives, everything. So if you just drop the gun or stow it.
I'll just drop it, and I have a bow.
Mm-hmm.
I have a long bow, and I'm gonna just try to rip a shot with that.
Okay.
A lot better. Oh god, that's a 20. Dirty 20. Just misses, right?
It seems to, like, just kind of shatter on his hardened skin.
Bitch. I don't know if I have any other bonus things I can do. Just for the shit of it, I'm gonna bonus action recast Zephyr Strike on myself.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
At the end of your turn, he's going to use a legendary action to move, which in this case gets him standing up. Elena.
I believe I have one more third level slot. The chromatic orb.
Laurel, I would say your standard melee weapons are what turn into your claws when you wild shape, so your sickle would have the poison on it if you decide to use it.
Okay.
Elena.
Yeah. And that third level chromatic orb, the last one that I have. It's a 19 total.
Shoots just wide.
Right.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he's going to use his last legendary action to move up to the Chardalyn dragon and put his hands back on it. And they start to glow again. It is Gnome Squidling's turn. It is still on his head. It still has advantage. It's gonna try and extract his brain. That's a 16.
You can do it.
Grandolpha's turn. She's going to shout out, "Fucking kill him!" And she's going to cast Bless on Elena, Laurel, and Call. So you have a D4 that you can add to any attack or saving throw for the next minute. Gnome Squidling's turn. It's going to try and extract brain. I rolled 2 7s. Call, it is your turn. He has his hands on the dragon, and they are starting to glow.
Alright, I'm basically, I guess his back is towards me.
Yes.
I'm just gonna run up behind him and, like, attack him with the greatsword.
You have advantage to this because his back is to you and he is not paying any attention to you. Almost as if it's a surprise attack.
That's gonna be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Come on, damage.
Don't forget to add your 2 from rage.
That's gonna be 12.
He is barely hanging on to life.
Come on. Oh my god, come on.
And then my second hit is advantage. Let's see. That's another 25 to hit.
Hits.
That's 11 damage.
Still hanging on by a thread.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action for a frenzy attack.
Yes!
Okay. Advantage.
Advantage.
And a D4 if you need it.
Finish him!
Finish
Finish
him.
him.
Great Weapon Master.
Okay.
Natural 20. For net, so 27, that drops it down to a 22 to hit. Alright, so
max damage.
that's going to be 12, 34, 16.
Plus
16
10,
start
so
out.
26. Plus
So
the dice roll.
26. No, not that. Stop. Plus the dice roll. Clear. Just regular. That would be 14 on top of the 26.
That's 40 points of damage. Call, you pull your sword back, and your eyes see nothing but red. And you slash out at this guy. How do you want to do this?
I basically just grab my arm around his, like, try to reach my arm around his big neck, and I grab my blade and just shove it straight up to where it comes through his chest.
So, you all watch as Call runs up behind this guy and starts taking attack after attack, and then finally just pulls him to him and shoves his massive greatsword through his back. A gout of blood explodes out from his chest, hits the dragon, the platform, and Laurel, you're the only one close enough to see this.
Uh-huh.
He smiles.
No.
The light goes out of his eyes, and he collapses to the ground. Dead.
Okay.
Silence creeps across as all of the Duergar that are still standing look in shock as what they thought was their invincible king is dead. A grinding sound starts to come from the dragon. An inner light glows from where the blood hit it. A beating is heard throughout the entirety of the chamber, as if a massive heart. A screeching sound emanates from within the dragon.
I will destroy my master.
And its wings start to beat, and it starts to raise up, and it turns, and a sound deafens all of you as it shoots out a beam of pure light, and it destroys the foundry and the forge. Many of the Musgart Duergar, the Sunblight Duergar, gone, incinerated. And it starts to lift and flies up and out.
Can we take an attack on it as it tries to leave?
Call is close enough to take an attack of opportunity on it.
Fuck.
Can I pull out my pistol?
I will say
Can I
everyone
heal
can
myself?
take one attack. One action if you want to heal yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Does an 18 hit?
Does a 23?
23 hits.
Oh,
Well, it's nice knowing you guys. 'cause
oh
I'm
my
gonna hurt it.
god!
I'm gonna hurt it, and then it's gonna come back and just kill me. So, good luck on backup character. That's gonna be 14 damage.
So you slice, and it takes a small chunk out of a piece of its armor, and it keeps flying away. And as it's kind of, before it does, it looks down right at you, Call. Call, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, we know that's gonna work out well. That's a dirty one.
Call. Fear like you have never felt before comes across you. And you are paralyzed with fear. And can do nothing else but watch as this monstrosity leaves.
Can I try as it's leaving? Obviously, I can't really attack it. I'm almost dead myself. Can I try to cast Primeval Awareness and try and get a bead on this thing to see if I can remember what it feels like?
Sure, tell me again what Primeval Awareness senses.
Dragons.
Primeval Awareness allows me to sense... Hold on, I can't find it. It's gone forever. Wait, where did it go?
This
Hold on.
might be considered a construct.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Where the hell is it?
Is it a construct?
You
or
do not
dragon?
sense it.
Oh, okay.
All
You
right, it's none of
sense
those
a
things.
few undead within the citadel, and an aberration as well.
Oh,
Grandalfa is looking around. She's like, "It got loose. Oh shit." And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Hey, was it heading north or south or what direction?
All you could tell, it was going up.
Yeah, it was going up. Okay. Great. Oh, great. This is fine. Everything's fine.
I mean, you straight up destroyed Zardarok.
Yeah. Well, you know, not in time apparently.
I almost died again.
You joined sides with the Musgart clan and avoided hundreds of Duergar soldiers. You enraged and then murdered King Zardarok's Sunblight. Although you did not stop the Shardlin dragon, I'd say that's worthy of level 6. So the 4 of you level up.
Ooh. Hey, Mr. DM.
Mm-hmm.
Hit points.
So I rolled an 18 on that last hit, right?
Yeah.
But I was blessed.
Roll the d4.
I did, and it's a 4. Would a 22 have hit the dragon?
Sure would.
Well, I shoot it with a laser beam. That's 9 damage.
It does no damage.
It does no damage. Great.
As it appears
okay.
that radiant damage does nothing to it.
Radiant damage does nothing to it. Wonderful.
It's great to know for future encounters.
Yeah. Level 6, though. Okay.
It's a laser dragon.
It's a laser dragon.
Well, Zeke is now useless. Zeke is level 5 in the astral plane, learning how to scry on people that can't be scryed on.
Oh, he does his radiant damage. That's right.
Oh, yeah, that too. Oh, God, no. Oh, man.
Oof.
So, yeah, you all made level 6. If you're rolling for HP, re-roll once. And this does not count. You do not get a long rest. If you gain new spell slots, you do get those new spell slots, and you can prepare spells for them. However, you do not regain anything unless you decide to take a rest, which we'll see how that goes next time.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't think we're just gonna like rest. Yeah, no. Put the squidlings back in the bag and let's go.
The squidlings feast on Zardarok's brain.
Good.
They gouge his now shrinking brain out of his head and feast. Several of the Duergar around just vomit. Many of them cheer because they hate Zardarok.